This audiobook unveils the ancient secrets of metaphysics, revealing the hidden blueprint that shapes your reality. As you listen, you'll discover that the universe is not random. It responds to your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs with unwavering precision. The keys to conscious creation have always been within you. Are you ready to unlock them? Metaphysics. Introduction. Within these pages lies an ancient wisdom, a knowledge that is whispered through the corridors of time, waiting for those ready to receive its transformative power. The universe operates through eternal laws, as constant as the rising sun, as unwavering as the pull of the tides. These laws govern not just the physical realm, but the invisible forces that shape your experiences, relationships, and circumstances. You stand at the threshold of understanding, preparing to step into awareness of your true creative power, the force that moves planets through their orbits, that turns seeds into towering trees, that transforms caterpillars into butterflies. This same force flows through you. It responds to your thoughts, amplifies your emotions, and manifests your deeply held beliefs into physical reality. This is not mere chance or coincidence. The universe speaks in the language of energy, responding to the frequency you emit through your mental and emotional state, like attracts like. This is the fundamental principle that orchestrates the cosmic dance of creation. Your thoughts are magnetic forces, drawing to you experiences that match their vibration. The ancients understood these truths. They recognized that the outer world mirrors the inner landscape of consciousness. Now, this wisdom returns to light your path, offering keys to unlock the doors of possibility that await you. As you journey through these teachings, you will discover that you are not merely a passive observer of life, but a powerful creator, shaping reality through the lens of your consciousness. The circumstances you encounter are not random events, but reflections of your dominant thoughts and beliefs. The power to transform your life has always resided within you. It pulses through your being with every heartbeat, flows through your thoughts with every breath. You need only awaken to this truth, align with these universal principles, and step into the role of conscious creator that is your birthright. Part 1. Awakening to the Hidden Blueprint. Chapter 1. The Hidden Blueprint. In the heart of a bustling city lived a young artist named Maya. Each morning she would paint what her heart whispered, yet something felt missing from her work. One day, while cleaning her studio, she discovered an aged scroll tucked behind a loose brick in the wall. As she unrolled it, intricate patterns emerged, not a conventional map, but a diagram of flowing energies, connecting thoughts to manifestations, dreams to reality. With each passing day studying the map, Maya's art transformed. Her paintings began capturing not just the physical world, but the invisible threads of energy, connecting all things. Her work spoke to souls, touching people in ways she never imagined possible. These unseen forces that guided Maya's brush exist in every aspect of life. They flow through your experiences, weaving patterns that often go unnoticed by the conscious mind. Like gravity, these metaphysical principles operate whether you acknowledge them or not. They shape the trajectory of your journey, influencing every choice, every relationship, and every outcome. The universe operates through a divine blueprint, a cosmic architecture that responds to the energy you emit. Your thoughts and emotions send ripples through this invisible fabric, attracting experiences that resonate with your inner state. When you understand these principles, you begin to see that coincidences are actually synchronicities, meaningful patterns orchestrated by universal law. Long ago, in a temple carved into mountain stone, lived a scribe named Akash. The temple elders entrusted him with recording the sacred knowledge of creation. Night after night, as Akash transcribed ancient texts, the words began to glow with an inner light. He realized the manuscripts weren't merely recording history. They were revealing the living principles that governed all existence. Each symbol he carefully preserved contained not just knowledge, but the very essence of universal truth. Through his dedication to understanding these principles, Akash transformed from a simple scribe into a keeper of wisdom, guiding others to recognize the divine patterns in their own lives. Just as Akash discovered, these universal principles are not distant concepts, but living forces actively shaping your reality. They operate through your consciousness, responding to your deepest beliefs and expectations. By recognizing these patterns, you take the first step toward conscious creation. Sacred practice. Find a quiet moment and a blank page in your journal. Close your eyes and let your mind drift over the landscape of your life. Notice the situations, relationships, or circumstances that seem to repeat. Open your eyes and write about one area where you sense the presence of unseen forces at work. What patterns emerge? What hidden wisdom might these patterns contain? Let your insights flow freely onto the page, knowing that in recognizing these forces you begin to work in harmony with them. Chapter 2: The Universal Mind. In the mists of dawn, a traveler named Karim climbed the winding path to the summit where the sage Rahim dwelled. After days of ascent, Karim found the Wise One seated in stillness, eyes closed, a subtle smile playing across his weathered face. Without opening his eyes, Rahim spoke. "You seek what you already possess." Through your own experience, you have glimpsed this truth. The universal mind that Karim sought is not separate from you, but the very essence of your being. This infinite intelligence flows through all creation, connecting every thought, every action, every moment in an intricate dance of consciousness. Like countless droplets forming an ocean, individual minds emerge from and return to this boundless awareness. When you quiet the surface thoughts that ripple through everyday consciousness, you begin to sense this deeper current of wisdom. The universal mind speaks through intuition, through synchronicity, through the quiet voice that guides you toward truth. It is the source of all inspiration, all creativity, all knowing. Just as your physical body is composed of the same elements as the stars, your consciousness is woven from the same spiritual substance as the universal mind. In moments of deep meditation or sudden insight, the veil between individual and universal awareness grows thin. You recognize yourself as both a unique expression and an inseparable part of this greater intelligence. Along the ancient trade routes sailed a merchant vessel captained by Omar. One stormy night, with clouds obscuring all familiar landmarks, Omar discovered that his navigation charts had been damaged by seawater. In his moment of greatest uncertainty, he remembered the words of an old navigator: "When all else fails, look to the North Star." As the storm briefly parted, that single point of light revealed itself. In trusting this celestial guidance, Omar found not only his way to port, but a profound truth, that even in our darkest moments, the universal mind offers direction to those who attune themselves to its presence. Like Omar's star, the universal mind provides constant guidance. When you align with its wisdom, clarity emerges naturally. Solutions appear, not through forced effort, but through surrender to this higher intelligence. Your journey becomes less about controlling outcomes and more about flowing with the current of divine wisdom. Sacred practice. Find a peaceful space where you won't be disturbed. Settle into a comfortable position and gently close your eyes. For 5 minutes, allow your awareness to expand beyond the boundaries of your physical form. Feel the air touching your skin, the ground supporting you, the infinite space surrounding you. Let each breath remind you of your connection to all living things. In this silence, sense the subtle presence of the universal mind flowing through every particle of existence, including you. Chapter 3: Energy and Motion. In the heart of an ancient city lived Maya, a musician whose melodies carried a power beyond mere sound. Each morning, as dawn painted the sky in gentle hues, she would sit with her sitar and play what her heart felt. Those who passed by her courtyard found themselves transformed. Joy bubbled up within them when her notes danced with happiness. Peace washed over them when her strings whispered tranquility. What Maya discovered through her music reveals a fundamental truth about the universe. Emotions are not merely feelings, but powerful vibrational forces that shape the fabric of reality. Each emotional state emanates a specific frequency that ripples through the quantum field, attracting experiences that match its vibration. You possess this same creative power. Your emotions act as the bridge between thought and manifestation, between intention and reality. When you understand this principle, you begin to see that your feelings are not passive responses to life, but active forces that mold your experiences. Think of your emotional energy as the soil in which your desires take root. Just as plants require specific conditions to flourish, your manifestations thrive in the fertile ground of aligned emotions. Fear, doubt, and worry create an acidic environment where dreams wither. Joy, gratitude, and love provide the perfect nutrients for abundance to grow. In a distant valley, there lived a gardener named Ibrahim who understood this secret. While other farmers struggled with meager harvests, Ibrahim's garden flourished beyond measure. His secret lay not in special techniques or rare seeds, but in the love he poured into every action. As he planted each seed, he felt deep joy for the flower it would become. While watering, his heart swelled with gratitude for the coming abundance. Even when pulling weeds, he approached the task with peaceful acceptance. Visitors would ask Ibrahim why his roses bloomed more vibrantly, why his fruits tasted sweeter. He would simply smile and say, "The plants respond to the feelings in our hearts as much as the work of our hands." Like Ibrahim's garden, your life responds to the emotional energy you cultivate. Each feeling you nurture grows stronger, attracting circumstances that match its vibration. This is why masters of manifestation focus not just on their thoughts, but on maintaining elevated emotional states. Sacred practice. As the sun rises tomorrow, select one uplifting emotion, perhaps joy, gratitude, or peace. Throughout your day, tend to this feeling as Ibrahim tended his garden. Notice moments when it naturally arises and consciously amplify it. When it fades, gently nurture it back to life. Record in your heart how your chosen emotion influences the events, encounters, and experiences that unfold before you. Chapter 4: Vibration and Alignment. In the misty mountains of the east, a wandering monk named Chen discovered an ancient stringed instrument, broken and discarded by the roadside. While others had passed it by, seeing only its worn appearance, Chen recognized the dormant music within. For 40 days he worked patiently, adjusting each string until it resonated in perfect harmony with the others. You, like that instrument, possess an inner frequency that resonates with the universe. Every thought, every emotion, every intention creates a vibration that ripples through the fabric of existence. When these vibrations align with universal harmony, life flows with effortless grace. The law of vibration teaches that everything in existence moves at specific frequencies. Your desires already exist at their own perfect frequency. To manifest them, you must tune your inner state to match their vibration. Just as Chen adjusted each string with careful attention, you must consciously calibrate your thoughts and emotions. This alignment begins with awareness. Notice how different states of being affect your frequency. Worry creates discord, while peace brings harmony. Resentment generates static, while love produces clear, beautiful tones. By choosing elevated thoughts and emotions, you naturally raise your vibration to match the frequency of your desires. In a distant kingdom lived Amara, a dancer who moved with extraordinary grace. Unlike others who simply followed prescribed steps, she learned to feel the subtle rhythms of life itself. She danced with the wind, swayed with the trees, and flowed with the rivers. Her movements became a meditation, a perfect harmony with the universal dance. The secret, Amara would say, is not in forcing the rhythm, but in discovering it already exists within you. Through stillness, she found the beat. Through surrender, she became one with it. Your journey of alignment mirrors both Chen's patient tuning and Amara's flowing dance. Each moment offers an opportunity to adjust your frequency, to move in harmony with life's natural rhythm. When you find yourself in discord, pause. Listen deeply. Feel the vibration you wish to embody. Sacred practice. Find a quiet space where you can be undisturbed. For 5 minutes, let your breath become a gentle tuning fork for your being. With each inhale, draw in peace. With each exhale, release any discord. Feel your thoughts and emotions gradually aligning with tranquility's frequency. Like Chen with his instrument, make small adjustments until you resonate with perfect harmony. Chapter 5. The Law of Belief. In the bustling markets of an ancient city, there lived a merchant named Rafi who inherited his father's small trading post. Each day he would watch the wealthy merchants pass by with their grand caravans, believing himself forever destined to remain in their shadow. "My father was modest, and so must I be," he would whisper to himself, accepting what he believed to be his predetermined fate. One night, a mysterious scroll appeared among his wares. As he unrolled it, golden letters shimmered. "Your beliefs are the architects of your destiny." Reading these words awakened something within him. Gradually, Rafi began questioning the stories he had told himself. With each passing day, he replaced one limiting thought with an empowering truth, like replacing worn stones in a foundation. You too carry beliefs that shape the very fabric of your reality. These beliefs act as filters through which you perceive every experience, every opportunity, and every possibility. They are not carved in stone, but are fluid, waiting to be reshaped by your conscious choice. When you declare, "I can't," you construct invisible walls around your potential. When you whisper, "I'm not worthy," you dim your own light. Yet these beliefs are not truth. They are merely stories you've accepted as real. Like Rafi, you hold the power to examine and transform them. In a distant valley lived Maya, a sculptor who saw beauty where others saw only rough stone. While others walked past ordinary rocks, she would stop, place her hands upon their surface, and smile. "Within each stone," she would say, "lies a masterpiece waiting to be revealed." With patient dedication, she would chip away at the outer layers until the hidden beauty emerged. Your beliefs are like Maya's stones. Beneath the surface of limiting thoughts lie empowering truths, waiting to be unveiled. Just as Maya's chisel revealed the beauty within, your awareness can uncover the powerful beliefs that will transform your reality. Sacred practice. Take a moment of quiet reflection. Allow a limiting belief to surface in your awareness. Write it down, feeling its weight and texture. Now, like Maya with her chisel, begin to shape it anew. Transform it into an empowering affirmation that resonates with truth. Let this new belief become the foundation from which you create your reality. Chapter 6. Breaking the Illusion. In the shimmering heat of the desert, a young child named Zara wandered from her tribe's caravan. The sun cast dancing mirages across the sand, creating illusions of water that beckoned travelers astray. Yet Zara, with the innocent wisdom that only children possess, saw beyond these deceptions. Where others chased phantom lakes, she noticed a subtle pattern in the dancing air that led her to a hidden valley where crystal waters flowed. The illusion of separation, like the desert's mirage, tricks your mind into seeing division where unity exists. Your eyes tell you that you stand apart from the world around you, yet this perceived separation is merely the mind's attempt to make sense of the infinite. Just as Zara saw through the mirage to find true water, you can pierce the veil of separation to discover the underlying unity of all existence. The universe flows through you as surely as blood flows through your veins. Each breath you take connects you to the ancient dance of life. The same air that once filled the lungs of sages and saints now fills yours. Your thoughts ripple through the fabric of reality, touching lives in ways you cannot see, for there is no true boundary between where you end and the world begins. Near a still mountain lake, a white dove named Luna discovered her reflection in the crystalline waters. At first, she tried to communicate with this other bird, not realizing she was meeting herself. As she moved closer, the boundary between reflection and reality began to blur until she understood what she perceived as separate was actually one. Like Luna, you may see yourself as distinct from the world around you, yet this perception dissolves when you look deeper. The same force that moves the tides flows through your heart. The same energy that ignites the stars sparks your thoughts. In moments of profound truth, you glimpse this unity. In the quiet of meditation, in acts of pure love, in moments of spontaneous joy. Sacred practice. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and recall a moment when you felt deeply connected to something greater than yourself. Perhaps it was while standing beneath a star-filled sky, or in an act of service to another, or in the depths of prayer. Allow yourself to fully relive this experience, noting how the illusion of separation dissolved in that sacred moment. Chapter 7. The Mirror Principle. In the bustling markets of an ancient city, a merchant named Ibrahim arranged his wares each morning beneath intricate brass mirrors. His goods remained unsold day after day, while other merchants prospered. One morning, as he gazed into the mirror's reflections, he noticed how his own frown was mirrored in the faces of passing customers. In that moment of recognition, Ibrahim understood. The world was simply reflecting his inner state back to him. The universe operates as a grand mirror, reflecting back the essence of your inner world. Every circumstance, every relationship, every experience manifests as a reflection of your thoughts, beliefs, and emotional patterns. When you approach life with fear, the world appears threatening. When you radiate joy, life responds with abundance. This mirror principle reveals itself in countless ways. Your relationships reflect how you relate to yourself. Your financial circumstances mirror your beliefs about abundance. Your physical well-being reflects your inner harmony. Understanding this truth transforms you from a passive observer into a conscious creator of your reality. The law of reflection operates with unwavering precision. Just as a clear pool of water reflects the sky above with perfect accuracy, your external reality reflects your internal state. When you change within, the outer world must shift to match this new vibration. This is not merely metaphysical theory. It is a fundamental principle governing the fabric of existence. In a valley untouched by time, there lay a pristine lake known as the Mirror of Truth. As seasons changed, the lake reflected with perfect clarity both storm and sunshine, both dawn and dusk. Those who gazed into its waters saw not just their physical reflection, but the state of their inner being. A troubled mind would see ripples disturbing the surface, while a peaceful heart would find the waters still and clear. This ancient truth speaks to you now. Your life circumstances serve as faithful mirrors, revealing the contents of your consciousness. When you encounter challenges, look within. When you experience harmony, recognize it as a reflection of your inner peace. The mirror never lies. It simply shows what is. Sacred practice. Set aside a moment of quiet contemplation, finding a sacred space where you can retreat from the world's ceaseless motion. In this stillness, turn your attention to 3 distinct areas of your life, perhaps your home environment, a significant relationship, and your work situation. Like the ancient sages who sought wisdom in reflection, observe these realms with patience and care. Write about how each mirrors your inner state, for just as the mystical pool reveals all that gazes upon it, your circumstances illuminate the contents of your consciousness. Notice patterns, recurring themes, or situations that seem to mirror your thoughts and emotions. Does disorder in your living space reflect inner turbulence? Do challenging relationships reveal unresolved feelings within? Let your pen flow freely across the page, recording these reflections without judgment or criticism. Remember that awareness itself is a divine gift, the first light of dawn that begins the process of transformation. In documenting these observations, you initiate a sacred dialogue between your outer world and inner truth. Chapter 8. Thought as Creation. In the workshops of a distant land, there lived an inventor named Thaddeus who spent his days surrounded by tools and materials, yet his greatest creations began not with his hands, but in the sanctum of his mind. Each morning he would sit in perfect stillness, his eyes closed, as he allowed visions of marvelous mechanisms to form in his imagination. Only when he could see every detail with crystal clarity would he begin to craft his inventions into physical form. Your thoughts possess this same creative power. Like ethereal architects, they design the blueprint of your reality before it manifests in the physical realm. Every achievement, every creation, every circumstance first exists as a thought form in the vast ocean of infinite possibility. These thought forms carry vibrational energy that resonates with the universal mind. When you hold a thought with unwavering focus, you initiate a sacred process of manifestation. The universe responds to the frequency of your thoughts, orchestrating circumstances and opportunities that align with your mental pictures. Just as a beam of light can be focused through a lens to generate heat, your concentrated thoughts generate creative power. This is not mere fantasy or wishful thinking. It is the application of universal law. Your thoughts are living forces that shape the ethereal substance from which all physical form emerges. In a humble village dwelled a potter named Maya, who understood this timeless truth. Each day before touching her clay, she would close her eyes and see the finished vessel in her mind's eye, its curves, its texture, its perfect form. As her hands moved across the spinning wheel, they simply followed the pattern already created in thought. Her most beautiful pieces emerged when her mental image was most clear. This ancient wisdom reveals that your thoughts are not passive observers, but active creators. Every condition in your life began as a thought pattern, whether conscious or unconscious. By mastering your thoughts, you master the very forces that shape your destiny. Sacred practice. Find a quiet space where you can remain undisturbed. Close your eyes and allow your breath to become slow and rhythmic. Now bring to mind one specific desire. See it with the clarity of the inventor's vision. Feel it with the certainty of the potter's knowing. For 10 minutes, immerse yourself in this vision as though it already exists in the present moment. Experience every detail with your inner senses. If you desire a new home, walk through its rooms. If you seek a harmonious relationship, feel the joy of that connection. If you envision professional success, sense the satisfaction of achievement. Let this vision become so real that your mind accepts it as truth, for in the realm of pure thought, it already exists. Chapter 9, The Journey Within. In a distant realm, a traveler named Rumi wandered through countless lands seeking a legendary treasure. He consulted sages, studied ancient maps, and explored remote caves, yet found nothing. One night, exhausted from his search, he rested beneath a starlit sky. As he gazed into the infinite expanse above, a voice within whispered, "The treasure you seek lies not in distant lands, but in the depths of your own being." You, like Rumi, possess within yourself a treasure beyond measure. The greatest wealth lies not in external riches, but in the infinite potential that resides in your consciousness. This inner realm contains all possibilities, all wisdom, all power, waiting to be discovered through the journey of self-exploration. When you turn your attention inward, you begin to recognize the vastness of your own being. Like a deep ocean containing countless pearls, your consciousness holds unlimited potential. Each moment of introspection reveals new depths, new insights, new dimensions of your true nature. The power to manifest your desires does not come from outside yourself. It emerges from within, from that sacred space where your individual consciousness meets the infinite. Through quiet contemplation and inner listening, you align with this power, allowing it to flow through you and into your life experience. In the mountains of an ancient land lived a miner named Akash, who spent years digging through hard rock, searching for gold. Day after day, he ventured deeper into the mountain's heart. Others mocked his persistence, telling him to abandon his quest. But Akash knew that the richest veins lay hidden in the deepest reaches. One day, after descending further than ever before, his pick struck a massive vein of pure gold, proving that the greatest rewards come to those who dare to dig deep. Like Akash, you must be willing to venture into your depths. The treasures of insight, wisdom, and power await those who undertake this inner journey with patience and persistence. Each layer of self-discovery brings you closer to the unlimited potential that is your birthright. Sacred practice. Find a peaceful space and settle into a comfortable position. Close your eyes and turn your awareness inward. For 10 minutes, explore the vast landscape of your inner world. Like a diver descending into clear waters, let your consciousness sink deeper into the silence within. Feel the boundless potential that resides in your heart and mind, pulsing with the same divine energy that flows through all creation. Recognize that within you lies the power to create, to transform, to manifest, a force as ancient as the universe itself. Let this awareness of your infinite nature fill you with peace and possibility, knowing that you are connected to the eternal source of all wisdom and abundance. As you rest in this sacred space of inner knowing, Feel yourself expanding beyond the limits of ordinary consciousness into the vast ocean of unlimited potential that is your true essence. Chapter 10. The Shift. In a hidden garden, a caterpillar named Maya lived content among the leaves, unaware of her potential for transformation. Each day she inched along familiar paths, believing this was all life could offer. Then one day, an inner calling urged her to surrender to a mysterious process. Though fear whispered of the unknown, she wrapped herself in a silken cocoon, trusting the wisdom that guided her. In darkness and stillness, Maya underwent a miraculous metamorphosis, emerging as a magnificent butterfly who could soar beyond the boundaries she once knew. You stand at the threshold of similar transformation. Like Maya, you may have accepted limitations that no longer serve your highest purpose. Yet within you stirs the same divine intelligence that transforms caterpillars into butterflies waiting to guide your own metamorphosis. Your consciousness is the creator of your experience. Every thought you entertain, every emotion you nurture, shapes the reality that manifests around you. This is not mere metaphor, but the operation of universal law. Just as a sculptor shapes clay with deliberate intention, you mold the substance of your life through conscious awareness. The power to reshape your reality begins with recognizing yourself as its source. When you understand that your thoughts and feelings are not merely responding to life but actively creating it, you step into your role as a conscious creator. This awareness brings both freedom and responsibility. Freedom to choose differently, and responsibility for the choices you make. In an ancient forest grew a tiny seed named Bodhi. Many passed by, seeing only its small size, but within Bodhi resided the complete pattern of a mighty tree. Through patience and persistence, Bodhi grew roots deep into the earth while reaching branches toward the sky. Seasons passed, and that small seed transformed into a majestic tree, offering shelter and sustenance to countless beings, demonstrating that within every humble beginning lies the potential for magnificent expansion. Like Bodhi, you contain within yourself the complete pattern of all you can become. Your current circumstances, no matter how limited they may appear, hold the seeds of unlimited possibility. By nurturing these seeds with conscious awareness and aligned action, you allow your inherent potential to unfold naturally. Sacred practice. Take a moment now to sit in quiet reflection. Consider one aspect of your reality you wish to consciously shape. Write this down with clear intention, being specific about what you will do today to begin this transformation. Perhaps it's speaking words of kindness to shift a relationship, or taking one step toward a long-held dream. Choose an action, however small, that acknowledges your power as a conscious creator. Then, with full awareness, carry out this action, knowing that each conscious choice creates ripples of transformation in your reality. Part 2. Mastering the Creative Forces. Chapter 11. Conscious Manifestation. In a village known for its artistry lived a weaver named Amara. Each morning she would sit before her loom, selecting threads of vibrant colors and varying textures. With mindful precision, she wove these threads together, creating tapestries that told stories of dreams manifested into reality. Those who witnessed her work marveled not just at the beauty of her creations, but at how each thread seemed to glow with purpose, each pattern pulsing with intentional energy. You possess the same creative power as Amara. Your thoughts, emotions, and actions are the threads from which you weave the tapestry of your life. Each moment presents an opportunity to select these threads with conscious awareness, to weave them together with clear intention. The art of conscious creation begins with clarity of vision. Just as Amara saw her completed tapestry in her mind's eye before placing a single thread, you must first cultivate a clear image of what you wish to manifest. This vision becomes the blueprint from which you work, guiding every choice and action. Yet vision alone is not enough. Your thoughts must align with your desires. Your emotions must resonate with the frequency of what you seek, and your actions must move in harmony with your intentions. When these elements align, you create a powerful field of attraction that draws your desires into manifestation. In distant fields lived Ibrahim, a farmer who understood the wisdom of patient cultivation. Each spring he would carefully prepare his soil, selecting only the finest seeds. He knew that each seed contained infinite potential, but required proper nurturing to flourish. With devoted attention, he tended his fields daily, removing weeds that might hinder growth, providing water when needed, and trusting in the natural timing of harvest. Like Ibrahim's seeds, your intentions require both devoted attention and patient trust. Some manifestations sprout quickly, while others need time to take root and grow. Your role is to maintain clear intention while taking consistent, aligned action, trusting in the perfect timing of universal law. Sacred practice. Find a quiet space where you can reflect without interruption. Take a deep breath and center yourself in the present moment. On a piece of paper, write down one specific desire you wish to manifest. Be precise in your language, stating your intention in clear, positive terms. Beneath this intention, identify 3 actions you can take that align with its manifestation. These actions should feel both challenging and achievable, stretching you beyond comfort while remaining within your current capacity. Remember, like Ibrahim's seeds, each aligned action plants the possibility of your desire's fulfillment. Chapter 12, The Power of Imagination. Along the shores of a timeless sea, a young child named Maya spent her days crafting castles from sand. With each handful of golden grains, she shaped towers that reached toward the sky, bridges that spanned imaginary waters, and walls that protected magical kingdoms. Yet one day, as the tide approached her creation, Maya closed her eyes and discovered she could build even grander castles within her mind, ones that the waves could never wash away. You possess this same infinite power of imagination that Maya discovered. Within the boundless realm of your mind, you can construct realities more magnificent than any physical structure. Your imagination serves as a sacred bridge between your present circumstances and your desired future, allowing you to experience the essence of your dreams before they manifest in the material world. When you engage your imagination with purpose and feeling, you activate a magnetic force that draws your visions into being. Each detail you envision, each emotion you experience in your mind's eye, sends ripples through the fabric of creation. These ripples return to you as the circumstances, opportunities, and experiences that match your internal vision. In the ancient city of Ur, there lived an architect named Karim who saw beyond the empty desert before him. Where others witnessed only sand and stone, he envisioned magnificent structures, gardens suspended in air, and fountains that would bring life to the barren land. Night after night, he refined his vision, adding intricate details, feeling the cool shade of courtyards not yet built, hearing the whisper of fountains still unborn. As his vision grew clearer, those around him began to see what he saw, until the city of his imagination rose stone by stone into physical form. Like Karim, you must first build your desires in the workshop of your mind. See them with such clarity that they become more real to you than your current circumstances. Feel them with such intensity that your body responds as though they already exist. Let your imagination become the architect's table where you design the blueprint of your future. Sacred practice. Find a quiet space where you will remain undisturbed. Close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths, allowing each exhale to carry you deeper into a state of relaxed awareness. Now, imagine a scene where your deepest desire has already manifested. Notice the colors, sounds, and textures around you. Feel the emotions flowing through your body as you live this reality. What are you wearing? Who is with you? What can you smell and taste? Make this vision so vivid that your mind accepts it as truth. Spend 10 minutes fully immersed in this experience, knowing that what you imagine with feeling must eventually express itself in your physical world. Chapter 13. Emotional Mastery. On a vast ocean where the horizon met the infinite sky, a sailor named Ravi faced towering waves that threatened to overwhelm his vessel. As lightning split the darkness and thunder shook the air, other ships frantically sought harbor. Yet Ravi, drawing upon ancient wisdom passed through generations of seafarers, knew that true safety lay not in fleeing the storm, but in mastering the tempest within. You, like Ravi, navigate the ever-changing seas of emotion that shape your reality. Each feeling that moves through you sends ripples into the universal field, attracting experiences that match your inner state. When you understand this truth, you gain the power to consciously direct these emotional currents rather than being tossed by them. Your emotions serve as the wind in the sails of manifestation. Joy, love, and gratitude propel you toward your desires with natural ease. Fear, doubt, and anger create resistance, making your journey more turbulent. By learning to cultivate positive emotional states, you align yourself with the frequencies of your desired experiences. This alignment requires neither suppression nor denial of challenging emotions. Instead, it calls for the wisdom to observe your feelings without becoming consumed by them. Like a skilled navigator reading the weather, you can learn to recognize emotional patterns and consciously choose your response. In a village nestled among rolling hills lived Isabel, a painter whose artistry flowed from her ability to blend colors in perfect harmony. She understood that just as no single color could capture the full spectrum of life's beauty, no single emotion told the complete story of human experience. When dark thoughts threatened to cloud her vision, she would reach for brighter hues, knowing that each stroke of her brush could transform shadow into light. The wisdom Isabel embodied reminds you that emotions, like colors, can be blended and transformed. A moment of gratitude can lighten the shade of worry. A breath of compassion can soften the edge of frustration. Through conscious awareness, you hold the power to shift your emotional palette toward states that attract your highest good. Sacred practice. Take a moment to identify an emotion that feels heavy or discordant within you. Acknowledge its presence without judgment. Now, call to mind something that fills you with genuine gratitude. Let this feeling of appreciation grow stronger, allowing it to gradually transform the heavier emotion. Notice how this shift affects your entire being. Practice this emotional alchemy throughout your day, knowing that each positive shift raises your vibrational frequency and attracts corresponding experiences. Chapter 14. The Subconscious Gateway. In a valley blessed by ancient wisdom, a gardener named Maya tended to her sacred garden. Each morning she would kneel before the fertile earth, understanding that the soil beneath her fingers held mysteries deeper than mere sustenance. As she planted her seeds, she whispered truths into the ground, knowing that like thoughts planted in the subconscious mind, they would take root and grow into magnificent realities. You possess within you a garden more fertile than any earthly soil, your subconscious mind. This profound depth of your being accepts every thought you plant within it, nurturing each one into manifestation. Just as Maya's seeds required the right conditions to flourish, your desires need proper cultivation in the rich soil of your inner world. Your subconscious mind operates beyond the limits of rational thought, in the realm where possibility knows no bounds. It neither judges nor questions. It simply accepts and grows what you plant within it. When you understand this truth, you gain the power to consciously choose which seeds to nurture and which beliefs to transform. Through repetition and emotional resonance, you can reprogram the patterns that have taken root in your subconscious garden. Each positive thought, when planted with conviction and watered with faith, grows stronger than the weeds of doubt that may have sprouted from past experiences. In the mountains of an ancient land lived Omar, a seeker who heard tales of a treasure buried deep beneath the earth. Day after day, he dug in the same spot, seemingly finding nothing but dirt and stones. Yet something within urged him to continue. One morning, as the sun cast its first light, his shovel struck something solid, a chest filled with precious gems that had been waiting patiently for discovery. The treasure Omar uncovered mirrors the unlimited potential lying dormant in your subconscious mind. Like the earth that held his treasure, your subconscious faithfully guards the seeds of your greatest desires, waiting for you to dig deep enough to claim them. Sacred practice. Select an affirmation that resonates with your deepest truth, one that speaks to the very essence of what you wish to manifest. Each morning for 7 days, as the first light touches the horizon and the world awakens from its slumber, find a quiet moment of solitude. Close your eyes and speak this affirmation with unwavering conviction, letting each word flow from the depths of your being. As you speak, visualize this truth taking root in the fertile soil of your mind, its tendrils reaching deeper and growing stronger with each passing day. Feel the pure, unbridled emotion of your desire already fulfilled, knowing with absolute certainty that what you plant in consciousness must blossom into reality. Let this practice become a sacred ritual, a daily communion between your conscious mind and the infinite wisdom of your subconscious self. Chapter 15. The Quantum Connection. In the halls of an ancient university, a scientist named Elias spent his nights peering through microscopes at the mysterious dance of particles. Night after night, he observed something extraordinary. The very act of watching these tiny specks of existence seemed to influence their behavior. When he looked for particles, he found them. When he searched for waves, waves appeared. Through his dedication to understanding, Elias unveiled a truth that mystics had known for millennia. Consciousness shapes reality. You stand at the threshold of understanding a profound universal truth, one that bridges the ancient wisdom of manifestation with the discoveries of quantum physics. The world you perceive is not fixed, but fluid, responding to the power of your attention and intention. Like the particles Elias observed, your reality shifts and transforms based on where you place your focus. The quantum field represents an ocean of infinite possibility, where all potential outcomes exist simultaneously until observed. Your consciousness acts as the observer, collapsing these waves of possibility into the specific experiences you call reality. This is not merely metaphysical theory, but a scientific principle that validates what spiritual masters have taught through the ages. When you direct your attention toward a specific desire, you interact with this field of infinite potential. Your focused observation begins to organize these quantum possibilities into tangible form, just as Elias's attention influenced the behavior of particles under his microscope. In a distant mountain range there lived a wanderer named Shen who came upon a great chasm. As mist swirled around him, he saw no way to cross. Yet something within urged him to take a step forward. As his foot moved through the air, a stone bridge began to materialize beneath it. With each step, he took in faith. Another section of the bridge appeared, until he reached the other side. Like Shen's bridge materializing one step at a time, your path unfolds through the combination of faith and action. The quantum field responds to your belief and intention, bringing forth opportunities that were invisible moments before. Your unwavering focus and expectation call these possibilities into being. Sacred practice and choose one desire that burns bright in your heart. Beginning today, live as though this desire has already manifested. Move through your day with the certainty that what you seek is already yours in the quantum field. Notice how reality begins to shift and align with your focused intention. Pay attention to the subtle signs and synchronicities that appear, knowing that each one confirms the materialization of your desire from the field of infinite possibility. Let your thoughts, words, and actions reflect this truth, for in doing so, you collapse the wave of possibility into physical form. Chapter 16, Faith and Trust. In the depths of night, a traveler named Karim journeyed along a winding mountain path. No moon lit his way, no stars pierced the veil of clouds above. Yet with each step, he moved forward, guided by an inner knowing that transcended his physical sight. Though he could not see the path before him, his feet found solid ground, and his heart remained steady in its trust. You now stand at the threshold of a profound truth: faith in the unseen forces that guide your journey. Like Karim walking in darkness, your path to manifestation requires unwavering trust in what cannot yet be perceived by mortal eyes. The universe operates through perfect law, bringing forth your desires through channels often hidden from view. This truth echoes through the ages. Manifestation flows not from what your eyes can see, but from your unshakable belief in the process. When you plant a seed of intention in the fertile soil of the universe, you must trust in its growth without digging it up to check its progress. Your role is to maintain steadfast faith while the universal laws work their magic in the unseen realm. Deep beneath the earth's surface, a tiny seed lay in darkness. Day after day, it underwent invisible transformations, its shell softening, roots extending into the soil. Above ground, nothing appeared to change, yet in the hidden realm below, life stirred with unstoppable force. The seed never questioned its process, never doubted its journey. It simply continued its transformation, until one day, a tender shoot emerged into the light. Like this seed, your manifestations grow first in the invisible realm. The apparent lack of movement in your physical reality does not reflect the powerful forces at work beneath the surface. Every thought of faith, every moment of trust nurtures the unseen growth of your desires. Trust forms the bridge between your current reality and your desired manifestation. When doubt arises, remember that the most powerful forces in the universe, love, gravity, electricity, remain invisible to human eyes. Your desires manifest through these same unseen channels, guided by laws as certain as those that govern the rising sun. Sacred practice. Select one area of your life where you seek transformation. Write it down with clarity and purpose. Now make a sacred commitment to trust the process of its unfolding without questioning when or how it will manifest. Release the need to see evidence of progress. Instead, cultivate an unwavering faith in the unseen forces that work tirelessly on your behalf. Let your trust become as natural as breathing, knowing that like the seed in darkness, your desire grows stronger with each passing moment. Chapter 17, Gratitude as a Magnet. In a distant land, a wanderer named Wraith traversed an arid plain where nothing grew. Each step brought only dust and emptiness, until one evening he paused to rest beneath a withered tree. Instead of lamenting his harsh surroundings, he offered thanks for the tree's meager shade. As he spoke his gratitude aloud, a gentle breeze stirred. He then gave thanks for the cooling air, and clouds gathered overhead. Grateful for their promise, he watched in wonder as rain began to fall, transforming the barren earth into fertile ground. You hold within your heart a power that can transform any circumstance, the sacred force of gratitude. This truth ripples through the fabric of existence. When you align your energy with thankfulness, you attune yourself to the frequency of abundance. The universe responds to this vibration, multiplying the very things for which you express appreciation. Gratitude serves as the master key that unlocks the storehouse of universal abundance. When you choose thankfulness, regardless of external conditions, you activate a magnetic force that draws more blessings into your life. This principle operates with mathematical precision. What you appreciate, appreciates. The act of gratitude shifts your awareness from what appears to be missing to the infinite abundance that surrounds you. This shift in perception creates a corresponding shift in your vibrational frequency, allowing you to resonate with higher possibilities. Like a radio tuning to a clearer station, gratitude aligns you with the frequency of prosperity. In a grand concert hall, a musician named Maya sat before an ancient instrument. Rather than playing songs of sorrow for her struggles, she began to weave melodies of thanksgiving. With each note of gratitude, the music grew richer, fuller, more beautiful. Those who listened felt their hearts expand, and soon the hall filled with an energy so powerful it seemed to shimmer in the air. Through her song of thanks, Maya had tapped into the universal symphony of abundance. This simple truth emerges. Gratitude transforms not only your inner world, but ripples outward to touch every aspect of your existence. Like Maya's music, your thankfulness creates harmonious vibrations that attract similar energies. The more you express genuine appreciation, the more the universe responds with experiences worthy of your gratitude. Sacred practice. Find a quiet moment and create your gratitude treasury. Write down 10 specific things that fill your heart with authentic appreciation. They may be as grand as the universe itself or as simple as your next breath. As you write each one, pause to fully feel the warmth of thankfulness flowing through your being. Notice how your energy shifts with each expression of gratitude. Let this practice remind you that appreciation is not just an attitude. It is a force that elevates your vibration and attracts greater abundance into your life. Chapter 18, The Role of Desire. In an ancient temple, a young acolyte named Kira tended a sacred lantern. Night after night, she watched the flame within grow stronger, its light reaching further into the darkness. At first, she tried to contain its radiance, fearing its expansion. But as the flame grew, she realized it sought not to consume, but to illuminate. The more she allowed its natural expansion, the more it revealed the beauty of the temple's hidden chambers, guiding others who sought wisdom within its walls. You must understand that desire is not the enemy of spiritual growth, but rather a sacred flame ignited by the divine to guide your expansion. When you feel a pure longing stirring in your heart, you are experiencing the universe's invitation to grow beyond your current boundaries. This truth has been obscured by those who mistake desire for greed, failing to recognize its holy purpose in the grand design of creation. The energy of desire serves as your internal compass, pointing toward experiences that will foster your evolution. Like a flame that naturally reaches upward, authentic desire always leads toward greater expression, wisdom, and understanding. When you honor these sacred promptings within your heart, you align with the universal force of expansion that moves through all living things. Your desires are not random impulses but divine signatures indicating the direction of your highest growth. Each longing contains within it the seed of a greater version of yourself, waiting to be realized through your conscious participation in the process of expansion. Along the banks of an ancient river lived a wise woman named Amara. She spent her days observing how the river never questioned its journey toward the vast ocean. The water moved with certainty, navigating around obstacles, carving new paths when necessary, but always flowing toward its destination. Through watching this eternal dance, Amara discovered that desire, like the river's flow, carries within it the intelligence to find its way to fulfillment. Just as the river is destined to merge with the ocean, your authentic desires contain within them the blueprint for their own realization. When you trust this natural flow, releasing resistance and allowing yourself to be guided by the current of your heart's true longings, you participate in the sacred dance of expansion that moves through all of creation. Sacred practice. Take a moment to sit in silence with one desire that has persisted in your heart. Rather than viewing it through the lens of lack or need, explore how this longing points toward your growth and expansion. Write down the ways this desire, if realized, would contribute to your evolution and the greater good. Let this reflection transform your relationship with desire, revealing its role as a sacred guide toward your highest expression. Chapter 19, Letting Go to Receive. In the heights of an ancient mountain range, a small sparrow named Mira perched anxiously on a weathered branch. Though her wings yearned to taste the freedom of flight, her talons gripped the familiar wood with fierce determination. Day after day, she watched other birds soar through pristine skies, their wings catching invisible currents that carried them to unimaginable heights. Yet fear kept her bound to her branch until one morning, when a gentle breeze whispered ancient wisdom, "True flight begins with release." You must understand that the art of manifestation flows most freely when you release your grip on how things must unfold. The universe operates through perfect order, yet this divine orchestration requires space to work its magic. When you clutch tightly to your desires, demanding specific outcomes or rigid timelines, you create resistance that blocks the natural flow of abundance. The law of surrender operates as a paradox. The more you release your attachment to outcomes, the more swiftly they manifest. This doesn't mean abandoning your desires, but rather trusting in the infinite wisdom that guides their fulfillment. Like a river finding its path to the ocean, your manifestations will find their way to you through channels you may never have imagined. By the shores of a crystal lake lived Marcus, a fisherman who struggled daily to fill his nets. The harder he tried, casting his nets with desperate determination, the fewer fish he caught. One morning, in frustration, he loosened his grip and allowed his net to drift freely with the currents. To his amazement, when he finally pulled it in, it overflowed with silver fish, teaching him that abundance comes not through force, but through faith. Just as Marcus discovered the power of releasing control, You too must learn to trust in the perfect timing and method of your manifestations. When you surrender your need to orchestrate every detail, you open yourself to receive blessings beyond your limited imagination. Sacred practice. Take a moment to identify one situation in your life where you feel stuck or resistant, perhaps a relationship that isn't progressing, a career goal that seems blocked, or a dream that feels just out of reach. Write it down with complete honesty, acknowledging both your attachment and your frustration. Then, find a quiet space, close your eyes, and visualize yourself gently releasing your grip on this circumstance, just as Marcus released his nets to embrace the flow. Feel the subtle shift as tension melts away, replaced by a profound trust in divine timing. Experience the lightness and freedom that comes with surrender, knowing that the universe holds your desires in perfect trust and is orchestrating events in ways far more magnificent than your limited perspective can perceive. Let this practice become your gateway to deeper faith in the unseen forces that guide your path. Chapter 20. Unlocking the Quantum Doorway. In a hidden chamber beneath an ancient temple, a wanderer named Thaddeus discovered a mysterious key adorned with sacred symbols. The key seemed to pulse with an inner light, calling to something deep within his soul. As he held it, patterns of light danced across the chamber walls, revealing a doorway that hadn't existed moments before. The door shimmered like liquid starlight, and as Thaddeus inserted the key, he understood that he stood at the threshold of infinite possibility. You now stand at a similar threshold of understanding. The principles you have embraced, the power of thought, emotion, belief, and surrender, form the key that unlocks the gateway to unlimited potential. The quantum field exists as an ocean of infinite possibility, waiting for your conscious intention to collapse waves of probability into tangible reality. When you align your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs with the frequency of your desires, you activate a resonance that draws forth experiences matching your internal state. Like a tuning fork vibrating in perfect harmony with the universe, you become a conscious creator, selecting from infinite possibilities the reality you wish to experience. Just as each note in a symphony creates a unique vibration, your focused intention sends ripples through the quantum field. These ripples attract corresponding experiences, manifestations, and opportunities. The key lies not in forcing outcomes, but in maintaining such perfect alignment that your desired reality naturally emerges from the field of all possibility. Along the shores of time, there lived a young woman named Aria, who discovered an ancient archway standing alone on a beach. Unlike Thaddeus's shimmering door, this portal appeared to be made of light itself, shifting and changing with each passing moment. As Aria stepped through, she witnessed countless versions of her life unfolding simultaneously, each one a potential reality waiting to be chosen through her conscious awareness and belief. This truth reveals itself to you now. Reality is not fixed but fluid, responding to your level of consciousness and expectation. Like Aria before the portal, you stand at the junction of infinite possibilities. Your power lies not in forcing a single outcome, but in aligning yourself with the version of reality that resonates with your highest vision. Sacred practice. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and breathe deeply, allowing your awareness to settle into the present moment. Visualize before you a door of pure light, knowing it leads to the reality you wish to experience. Feel the key of your aligned intention in your hand. As you insert this key and open the door, experience the sensation of stepping into a field of infinite possibility. Let yourself feel the absolute knowing that your desired reality exists here, now. Remain in this space for 10 minutes, allowing yourself to fully embody the experience of living in your chosen reality. Part 3. Transcending to Infinite Potential. Chapter 21. The Divine Blueprint. In the heart of an ancient city, master architect Kairos studied the sacred geometry woven into nature's tapestry. Each morning he observed the spiral patterns in seashells, the hexagonal perfection of honeycomb, and the golden ratio expressed in flower petals. One night, in a dream, the universe revealed to him its grand design, a blueprint that connected all things in perfect harmony. As dawn broke, Kairos began sketching plans for a temple unlike any other. His design incorporated the same divine proportions found in the cosmos, each line and curve resonating with universal truth. When complete, the temple stood as a testament to the hidden order that governs all creation, its very structure singing the song of existence. You too carry within you a divine blueprint, a unique expression of universal intelligence waiting to unfold. Just as every snowflake follows sacred geometric patterns while maintaining its distinctiveness, your life purpose aligns with cosmic law while remaining uniquely yours. The universe speaks through your deepest inclinations, your natural talents, and the dreams that refuse to fade. When you align with your higher purpose, you step into resonance with the grand design. Like a perfectly tuned instrument in the orchestra of existence, you contribute your essential note to the symphony of life. This alignment manifests as a sense of flow, where challenges become opportunities for growth, and synchronicities guide your path. Your purpose isn't something to be invented, but rather discovered, like an archaeologist carefully brushing away sand to reveal what has always been there. It exists in the intersection between your gifts and the world's needs, where personal fulfillment meets service to the greater whole. In a distant valley, there lived a musician named Ravi, who discovered an ancient flute carved from crystal. Unlike ordinary instruments, this flute seemed to know the melodies of creation itself. As Ravi played, he realized he wasn't creating the music. He was simply allowing universal harmony to flow through him. The more he surrendered to this flow, the more his music touched hearts and transformed lives. This truth emerges now. When you align with your higher purpose, you become like Ravi with his crystal flute, a channel through which divine inspiration flows. Your unique gifts find their perfect expression, and your presence becomes a blessing to all you encounter. Sacred practice. Find a quiet moment and close your eyes. Place your hand over your heart and breathe deeply. Ask yourself, what activities make me lose track of time? When do I feel most alive? How can my gifts serve others? Write down your insights, then identify one concrete step you can take today to move closer to living your purpose fully. Take this step with complete presence, knowing it aligns you more deeply with your divine blueprint. Chapter 22. Infinite Abundance. In the heart of an ancient valley flowed the river of eternal plenty. Unlike other rivers that waxed and waned with the seasons, this mystical waterway maintained its generous flow throughout time. Villages along its banks thrived, drawing sustenance from its crystal waters. Yet those who tried to hoard its bounty found their vessels empty, while those who shared its gifts discovered their cups perpetually full. You stand now at the threshold of understanding abundance in its truest form. Like the eternal river, abundance flows ceaselessly through the universe, touching all who align with its natural current. This force knows no scarcity, no limitation. It simply flows, creating, nurturing, and expanding without end. The river teaches that abundance isn't measured by what you possess, but by your capacity to allow it to flow through you. When you grasp at abundance trying to contain it, you create resistance that blocks its natural movement. But when you open yourself as a channel like the river's banks, you become part of its endless journey of giving and receiving. This truth reveals itself in every aspect of nature, in the sun that never dims from sharing its light, in the air that fills every space without diminishing, in the seeds that multiply into vast gardens. These are not mere metaphors, but living demonstrations of the universe's fundamental nature of abundance. In a distant kingdom lived Ibrahim, a humble gardener who tended the royal grounds. While others saw limited space and resources, Ibrahim saw infinite potential in every seed. He shared cuttings with fellow gardeners, scattered extra seeds along pathways, and taught others his craft. Yet his garden grew ever more lush, its bounty multiplying with each act of generosity. Ibrahim's garden flourished not because he hoarded its treasures, but because he understood the law of abundance, that giving creates space for receiving, that sharing multiplies joy, that abundance flows to and through those who align with its nature. Sacred practice. Sit in stillness and contemplate the flowing river of abundance in your life. On a clean page, record the ways you can embody abundance today, through sharing a smile, offering knowledge, expressing gratitude, or simply appreciating the air you breathe. Remember that abundance manifests not just in material wealth, but in love, joy, creativity, and countless other forms. Write without judgment, allowing your insights to flow as naturally as the eternal river. As you write, notice how each act of giving creates ripples of possibility in the vast ocean of universal abundance. Consider the smallest gestures, a kind word, a moment of patience, a shared laugh, and recognize how these too are expressions of the infinite abundance that flows through you. Let your pen move across the page as freely as water finding its path, knowing that each word you write plants a seed of awareness in the fertile soil of your consciousness. When you have finished writing, take a moment to feel the energy of possibility surrounding each intention you've set, for in acknowledging abundance, you become its living channel. Chapter 23, Living in the Now. Along the ancient Silk Road traveled Karim, a wanderer seeking wisdom in distant lands. Each night he would count the coins in his purse, planning for tomorrow's journey while reminiscing about yesterday's path. His mind stretched between what was and what might be, missing the treasures that lay before him. One evening, as he prepared his usual calculations, a strange wind scattered his coins across the desert sand. In his desperate search, Karim noticed for the first time the intricate patterns beneath his feet, the way moonlight painted silver shadows on the dunes, and the sweet fragrance of desert flowers that bloomed only at night. In that moment of forced presence, he discovered a wealth far greater than gold. You hold within you the power to step through the gateway of now, where all possibilities converge. The present moment is not merely a bridge between past and future. It is the source of all creation, the point where universal forces align to manifest your desires. When your attention scatters like leaves in the wind, caught between memories and dreams, you miss the quiet whispers of wisdom that surround you. The universe speaks in the language of now, offering guidance through the subtle signs and synchronicities that appear in each moment. Like a river that flows only in the present, Your creative force cannot be stored for tomorrow or retrieved from yesterday. It exists in the eternal now, waiting for your conscious engagement. When you align with this truth, you tap into a wellspring of clarity and peace that transcends time itself. In the mountains of the East lived Ming, a sculptor renowned for works of extraordinary beauty. Visitors to his studio often found him completely absorbed in his craft, each strike of his chisel flowing from absolute presence. When asked about his technique, Ming would smile and say, "I do not create the sculpture. I simply remove what is not present in this moment." Through years of devotion to his art, Ming discovered that masterpieces emerged not from rushing toward completion or dwelling on past works, but from surrendering fully to each breath, each movement, each moment of connection between hand and stone. Sacred practice. Choose one simple activity today, perhaps drinking tea, walking in nature, or washing your hands. As you engage in this action, bring your full awareness to the present moment. Notice the sensations, the sounds, the subtle energies that usually pass beneath your attention. Let go of thoughts about what comes next or what came before. Simply be, fully and completely, in the now. Chapter 24, Beyond Limitation. In a distant valley there lived a golden songbird, kept in an ornate cage by a well-meaning merchant who treasured its melodious voice. Each morning the bird sang not of joy, but of longing, its sweet notes carrying dreams of freedom. Though its cage was crafted of the finest silver and adorned with precious gems, it remained a prison nonetheless. One dawn, as sunlight streamed through the merchant's window, the bird noticed that the cage door had worn thin. In that moment of recognition, something awakened within its heart. Not just the possibility of escape, but the realization that its true cage had always been its belief in captivity. With one gentle push, the door fell open, and the bird soared into the endless sky. You, like that songbird, may not recognize the invisible barriers you've constructed around your potential. These self-imposed limitations whisper false truths. This is all you can be. This is as far as you can go. This is what you deserve. Yet these boundaries exist only in thought, as ethereal as morning mist before the rising sun. The universe knows no limits. It expands eternally into infinite possibility. When you align with this truth, you begin to see how your perceived limitations are merely shadows cast by old beliefs, ready to dissolve in the light of awareness. In the ancient city of Aldara, a young man named Ibrahim spent his entire life within the city walls, believing the world ended at its boundaries. Each day he walked the same paths, never questioning what lay beyond. Until one morning, drawn by an inexplicable urge, he discovered a hidden gate, long forgotten by the city's inhabitants. As Ibrahim stepped through the threshold, he beheld rolling hills stretching to the horizon, rivers winding through verdant valleys, and mountains touching the clouds. In that moment, he understood that his world had been as vast as his imagination allowed it to be. Your potential, like Ibrahim's world, extends far beyond the boundaries you've accepted. Each time you challenge these self-imposed limits, you expand not just your capabilities, but your very consciousness. Sacred practice. Stand in silence and bring to mind one limitation you've placed upon yourself. Feel its weight, its familiar presence. Now choose one action that defies this boundary, an action that makes your heart race with both fear and excitement. Take this action today, knowing that as you step beyond your perceived limits, you step into your true power. Chapter 25, The Art of Being. In a secluded garden, a lotus bud rested beneath the surface of a still pond. As dawn approached, it began its journey upward, not through force or struggle, but through natural unfoldment. With each passing moment, the flower moved closer to the light, its petals gradually opening to reveal the golden heart within. It did not question its path or strain against its nature. It simply became what it already was. You possess this same innate wisdom. The art of manifestation lies not in ceaseless doing, but in the gentle power of being. When you align with your true nature, transformation unfolds as naturally as a flower opening to the sun. The universe operates through the law of least resistance. Like the lotus, your desires seek expression through you when you release the need to force their emergence. This sacred truth reveals that striving often creates the very resistance that blocks your path. In the state of being, you recognize that what you seek already exists within you. Just as an oak tree exists within an acorn, your desired reality exists within your consciousness. Your role is not to create it, but to allow it to emerge through your awareness. Far in the mountains, a stream began its journey to the vast ocean. It did not push against the rocks or fight its way downward. Instead, it followed the natural contours of the land, flowing around obstacles, finding the path of least resistance. The stream did not worry about how or when it would reach its destination. It simply flowed, knowing that its nature would carry it home. This stream mirrors the effortless way manifestation occurs when you embody the state of your desire. Like water finding its natural course, your path unfolds when you align with the essence of what you seek to become. Sacred practice. Find a quiet space where you can be undisturbed. Close your eyes and breathe deeply, allowing your awareness to settle into your body. For the next 10 minutes, experience yourself as already being the person who embodies your deepest desire. Feel the qualities, emotions, and energy of this state. Let this feeling of completion flow through you naturally, without forcing or striving. Chapter 26, Unity Consciousness. In a grand palace, an artisan named Karim spent years crafting a vast mosaic. Each tiny piece seemed insignificant on its own. Fragments of colored glass, stone, and precious gems. Yet as he placed them with patient devotion, an extraordinary image emerged. The scattered pieces united to form a breathtaking scene of the cosmos, where stars danced with planets and galaxies spiraled in eternal motion. Those who gazed upon it felt a profound truth, that each fragment, however small, was essential to the whole. You are like each piece in this infinite mosaic of creation. Though you may feel separate, you are intricately connected to the vast tapestry of existence. The universe expresses itself through you, just as you express yourself through it. This sacred union reveals that your individual path serves the greater unfoldment of life itself. When you recognize your place in this grand design, resistance dissolves into acceptance. Your unique gifts and qualities are not random, but vital threads in the cosmic weave. Even your challenges serve the perfection of the whole, like shadows giving depth to a painting. By aligning with this truth, you naturally attract experiences that serve both your highest good and the good of all. Your success becomes everyone's success. Your joy contributes to the world's joy. Your peace adds to universal peace. Near the mountains, a river named Indra flowed through valleys and plains. For countless miles, it maintained its distinct identity, carving its own path through the earth. Yet as it approached the vast ocean, something shifted. Its waters began to merge with the greater body, and in that merger, Indra discovered a profound joy. No longer bound by the limitations of individual form, it expanded into the boundless embrace of the whole. This river mirrors your own journey toward unity consciousness. As you release the illusion of separation, You experience the freedom and power that comes from recognizing your connection to all of life. Your manifestations flow more easily because you no longer see yourself as working alone, but in harmony with the entire universe. Sacred practice. Take a moment to contemplate how your unique gifts can serve the greater whole. Choose one specific action that will contribute to the well-being of others, perhaps through an act of kindness, sharing your talents, or supporting a cause you believe in. Carry out this action today, knowing that as you serve the whole, you serve yourself. Chapter 27, Living as the Creator. In a sunlit studio, Maya stood before an empty canvas, her heart filled with a vision she could not yet see with mortal eyes. While others urged her to plan and sketch, she knew the masterpiece lived first in her soul. With unwavering trust, she lifted her brush and began to paint. As colors flowed from her hands, a world emerged, not of mere shapes and forms, but of light, energy, and possibility. Those who witnessed her work saw not just an image, but a doorway into what could be. You possess this same creative power. Every moment you stand before the canvas of your life, brush in hand, the universe awaits your stroke, ready to manifest the vision you hold within. Your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs are the colors you use to paint your reality. Just as an artist doesn't question whether paint will adhere to canvas, you need not doubt the creative force that flows through you. The law of attraction responds to your inner vision with perfect precision, bringing forth experiences that match your dominant vibration. When you fully embrace your role as creator, life becomes your masterpiece. Each choice, each thought, each feeling adds another brushstroke to your creation. The key lies not in forcing outcomes, but in allowing your inner vision to guide your actions with natural grace. In a distant workshop, Ibrahim received a massive block of marble. Others saw only rough stone, but he perceived the beauty waiting to emerge. With patience and devotion, he chipped away all that did not serve his vision. Day by day, the formless mass transformed into an expression of grace and harmony. The statue seemed to reveal itself, as if it had always existed within the stone, waiting for the right hands to set it free. Like Ibrahim, you are not creating something from nothing, but revealing the perfection that already exists within the infinite field of possibility. Your role is to align with your vision so clearly that all that does not serve it naturally falls away. Sacred practice. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and allow yourself to envision your ideal life in vivid detail. What does it feel like? What activities fill your days? How do you interact with others? Write this vision in present tense as if you're already living it. Then identify one action, no matter how small, that you can take today that aligns with this vision. This step, however modest, sets in motion the creative forces that will help manifest your masterpiece. Chapter 28, Eternal Evolution. In the heart of an ancient forest stood a mighty oak, its branches reaching ever skyward. Season after season, year after year, the tree continued its journey upward, never declaring, "I have grown enough." Through storms and sunshine, through drought and abundance, it added new rings to its trunk and stretched its limbs higher into the heavens. The forest creatures marveled not at its current height, but at its unwavering commitment to growth. You, like this sacred tree, contain within you the seeds of infinite expansion. Each experience, each challenge, each triumph adds another ring to your being. The universe knows no limits, and neither does your potential for growth. Growth is not a destination, but a divine dance with life itself. As you expand your consciousness, You discover that what once seemed like your ceiling becomes your new floor. Each plateau serves not as an ending, but as a foundation for your next ascension. Just as the tree doesn't strain or force its growth, your evolution unfolds naturally when you remain open to life's wisdom. Your role is to stay receptive to the nutrients of experience, to bend with the winds of change, and to reach eternally toward the light of greater understanding. High in the mystic mountains lived Marcus, a traveler whose heart yearned for the summit. With each step upward, new vistas revealed themselves, each more breathtaking than the last. Yet as he climbed, Marcus discovered a beautiful truth. There was no final peak. Each summit reached unveiled another height to explore, another perspective to gain, another level of mastery to attain. His joy came not from reaching destinations, but from the eternal dance of becoming. This tale mirrors your own journey of consciousness. Like Marcus, you will discover that each level of awareness opens the door to even greater possibilities. The joy lies not in arriving, but in the continuous unfoldment of your infinite potential. Sacred practice. Take a moment now to sit in quiet reflection. Think of one area where you've experienced growth recently, perhaps in understanding, in relationships, or in your spiritual practice. Feel the satisfaction of this expansion, then allow yourself to sense the next level calling to you. Write down both your recent growth and your next step of evolution, knowing that this too is but one beautiful note in your endless symphony of becoming. Chapter 29, The Ripple Effect. In the depths of a sacred valley where ancient wisdom whispers through the morning mist, there lay a pool of crystalline water. As the first rays of dawn touched its surface, a single droplet fell from a leaf above, creating perfect circles that expanded outward in harmonious waves. The ripples touched every corner of the pool, transforming its entire surface from stillness into a dance of movement. Your journey of transformation mirrors this divine pattern. When you align with the universal forces, your energy creates ripples that extend far beyond your immediate sphere. Each thought you elevate, each vibration you raise sends waves of positive change through the fabric of existence. The universe operates through interconnected waves of energy. As you cultivate higher states of consciousness, you become a point of light that naturally illuminates the path for others. This is not through conscious effort or striving, but through the natural law of resonance, like attracts like, and light calls to light. Your alignment with universal truth creates a field of possibility around you. Those who cross your path feel this energy, even if they cannot name it. Your peace becomes an invitation for others to find their own. Your joy becomes a reminder of what's possible. Your growth becomes a silent permission for others to grow. In a distant mountain village lived Sophia, the keeper of a sacred flame. Each evening, she would step out of her dwelling carrying her lantern. As she walked through the village, others would bring their unlit lanterns to her. Without diminishing her own light, she shared her flame until the entire village glowed with warmth and radiance. The villagers discovered that in lighting others' paths, their own way became brighter. This truth applies to your own journey. As you embrace your authentic power and allow your light to shine, you naturally inspire others to recognize their own inner brilliance. Your transformation becomes a living testament to the possibilities that exist for all. Sacred practice. Take a moment of quiet contemplation. Reflect on a time when your growth, your joy, or your courage has inspired positive change in others. Perhaps it was a simple smile that brightened someone's day, or maybe your example gave another the strength to pursue their dreams. Acknowledge this ripple effect with gratitude, knowing that as you align with your highest self, you serve as a beacon for all who cross your path. Chapter 30. The Infinite Spiral. In an ancient temple, a young seeker named Adira discovered a spiral staircase that seemed to stretch endlessly upward. With each step she climbed, new vistas opened before her eyes, landscapes she had never imagined possible. Yet the most remarkable revelation came when she realized that each revolution brought her not just higher, but deeper into understanding. The spiral was both an ascent and an inner journey, teaching her that growth knows no bounds. You stand now at the threshold of infinite possibility. The journey you have undertaken through these teachings is not a linear path with a final destination, but a spiral of ever-expanding awareness. Each truth you embrace opens the door to deeper mysteries. Each realization leads to greater understanding. The universe operates in infinite spirals of creation. Just as galaxies spiral through space and DNA spirals within every cell, your consciousness moves in an eternal dance of expansion. There is no endpoint to this journey, no final achievement that marks completion. Instead, you are invited to embrace the joy of perpetual discovery. Your potential, like the universe itself, knows no bounds. Each limitation you transcend reveals new horizons of possibility. Each truth you integrate becomes a foundation for even greater revelations. This is the natural way of consciousness, to grow, to expand, to discover without end. In distant lands lived Ibrahim, a desert explorer who ventured beyond known maps. One day he discovered a hidden oasis that led to an underground cavern. Within the cavern he found a crystal that revealed entire worlds within its facets. As he gazed deeper, each world contained countless other worlds, teaching him that discovery was infinite, both in the outer realm and within his own consciousness. This mirrors the truth of your own journey. As you align with universal principles, you discover that each breakthrough leads to new territories of possibility. The outer world reflects your expanding inner awareness, creating an endless dance of discovery and growth. Sacred practice. In the silence of this moment, connect with the infinite nature of your being. Take your journal and write a heartfelt commitment to remain open to the endless possibilities that await you. Let your words reflect your understanding that this journey never truly ends. It simply spirals upward into ever greater expressions of truth and potential. Conclusion. As you close these pages, know that you stand at the beginning rather than an end. The wisdom shared here, the sacred laws of creation, the power of aligned thought, the dance of energy and intention, these are not mere teachings to be learned and set aside. They are living principles that will continue to reveal deeper truths as you journey forward. Think of these universal laws as a magnificent prism through which light passes. With each turn, new colors emerge, new patterns form, and new understanding dawns. What you comprehend today will take on richer meaning tomorrow, for such is the nature of infinite wisdom. The universe speaks in the language of spirals, ever expanding yet always connected to its source. Each principle you have discovered here contains within it countless layers of truth, waiting to be unveiled as your consciousness expands. Today's manifestation becomes tomorrow's foundation for even greater creation. You have learned to see yourself as a conscious creator, aligned with the infinite intelligence that flows through all things. This awareness will continue to deepen, revealing new dimensions of possibility with each passing day. The tools and practices shared in these pages are not finite techniques, but gateways to endless discovery. Like a master musician who discovers new depths in a familiar melody, you will find these universal principles revealing fresh insights as you apply them in your life. Each experience becomes an opportunity for deeper understanding, each challenge an invitation to greater mastery. Remember that the greatest masters remain eternal students, forever open to the universe's endless teachings. The law of attraction, the power of aligned emotion, the art of conscious creation. These are not destinations but pathways leading to ever-expanding horizons of possibility. You now carry within you the seeds of infinite potential. As you continue to nurture these seeds with attention and practice, they will grow in ways you cannot yet imagine. Each breakthrough will lead to new questions, each achievement will open doors to greater adventures. The journey of conscious creation is eternal, for the universe itself is endless in its expression. You are both the artist and the masterpiece, continuously shaping your reality while being shaped by the wisdom you embrace. Let this understanding fill you with joy, knowing that infinite possibilities await your discovery. This moment marks not a conclusion, but a threshold. You step forward now as a conscious participant in the universe's endless dance of creation, equipped with timeless principles that will continue to guide and inspire your journey. If you enjoyed this exclusive audiobook, I handpicked this next book which will change your life.